Today's episode is brought to you by Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, and beautified by Romina. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Na 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 da. Good morning.
That was wonderful.
It's a nice way to start the day. Hi, everybody, and welcome to. Is this episode 350? It might be episode 350.
Okay.
I don't know though. I never know, and I can't remember. But you'll notice, everybody. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You guys know. You can see the title. But hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina. I'm your host, the one, the only Scott Dion Brown, and not joined yet by our wonderful co-host Regine Alaina, but she will be back in due time. But hello, Regine. You're probably in the chat. Good morning. Hello. And we'll bring in our guest right away because, well, you already see her. She's right here. Our guest today, very talented actress, singer, songwriter, performer, dancer.
I don't know what I just did there.
Figures. It was a performance thing.
I don't know.
Figure skater.
Yes.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Many things.
Yeah.
Everybody, please welcome Nicole Huff. Hello.
Hi. Hi, Scott.
Hi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. This is so much fun already.
You know, I try to keep it fun.
Yeah.
We try to
like
keep it loose.
chill and like it's fun.
Ideally, like that's kind of the vibe I want it to be. Like I really want it to be just, you know, we're just hanging out for an hour. You know?
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. There's no like pressure or
Exactly.
anything like that or.
But how are you?
I'm good. It's a long day, so it's in a good way.
Yes.
It's been a very fun day. How are you?
Well, I'm quite good. It's good. It hasn't been a long day for me yet. It's going to be a long night because I have another event happening here at the studio later.
Wow.
But we should dive into what you've been up to right away, because the reason it was a long day for you is because you've been doing a whole lot of promo stuff because you've just dropped a brand new EP.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
So yeah, it's the deluxe. It's We Are Deluxe, and it's my first kind of 8-song EP. And yeah, it's been super fun. Today is literally the release day, so I'm excited to be here and happy to be here. And yeah, there's 3 new songs on it. I released the original 5-track EP back in August, and I just wanted more people to hear it and wanted to talk about it a little bit more and reintroduce myself with the 3 new tracks on there that are very special to me and still relevant in my life. So
you've been working really hard on it for the last while. So how does it feel to finally hit today and like it's now just out in the world?
I was very excited. I was very excited today. I think, yeah, it takes a lot. It's a very fun process, but it takes a lot of work and dedication. And yeah, like I've been listening to these songs in my ears for a long time now, for the new ones for weeks now, if not months. And so I started recording the new songs in October. And yeah, like you're always listening to updates of the new song that the producer worked on or the engineer worked on, or and it's a very fun process. And today finally it kind of hit me like last night a little bit, and I waited till the release of like it released at midnight, and I waited until then, and I'm happy right now.
And there it is. It's now out. Who We Are Deluxe, out now on all streaming platforms,
Yes.
pretty much all of them, right?
Yes.
And as well at the same time, so obviously this isn't live. We're filming this on the 20th, but you guys are watching it a couple days later. So you guys can, it's all there for you now. At the same time you release the EP, you've also dropped 2 music videos.
Yes, that you directed and were the cinematographer for and edited and did all the cover art for, because you're just all in one, amazing things in one package.
I just did a few different things in there.
So I just did the singing and the music, and you took care of the art, the music video, essentially. But that is it's for Who We Are, and it's for Obsession, the 2 new tracks on it.
There you go. Out now on YouTube?
Who We Are was released back in August, but I wanted to re-release it with the music video and the Obsession. And it's on Vivo, YouTube, Apple Music, very exciting stuff. And I'm very happy with how it turned out, exactly my vision. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Available now. Add them. So actually, one thing I should ask you about, just because I write music as well. And there's this weird thing of how you kind of hinted at it, how you've been hearing these songs over and over again, millions and millions of times.
Yeah.
And I know I find there's a certain point you get when you're working on something and you've heard it 1,000 times. I find you start to hear it, I don't know, differently than maybe a person who's hearing it for the first time would hear.
Yeah.
And what is it like? So now it's being released to the world. So now it's almost like a new perspective is being given to it.
Right. Yeah. I think, just touching on just hearing it over and over again, you hear new melodies and different sounds in it that you kind of want to, maybe you'll hear an ad lib where you want to kind of go and record it, right? So I'll actually record a voice note on my phone or a video and favorite it just so I have it in my favorites and remember to add it to the song kind of thing. And then I'll come up with harmonies and it's crazy how the ear can just hear, something in your music kind of thing, and it ends up coming together as a full song. And then sometimes you'll feel a different mood from it. When I first believe it or not, when I first heard Who We Are years ago, I was like, I want an anthem, and I want it to be strong and powerful and kind of about female empowerment, and I want everyone, not just women, to be able to relate to it. But it took me a while to kind of warm up to the song. But then sometimes I listen to it and I'm like, that's my favorite song on the EP. It's got this Caribbean vibe with the shakers, and it's got this, I don't know, but it's also emotional but also uplifting, and so I love that about it. But it's amazing how you hear different things in different music, and one day you have one favorite, and then the next day you've got another favorite, which is very interesting, I think.
Yeah, I find I'm like that a lot with music, in that if I'm in the right mood, I'll find myself listening to the same song over and over again for days sometimes. Yeah. And then suddenly if my mood changes, it's I suddenly just don't feel like I don't want to hear it anymore. It's very situational, I guess, in that way.
But then you'll revisit it a month later or something like that, and then it's or 2 months later, and it's your favorite song again. That happens to me. I don't know about you, but
yep.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, it's cool. So it's out now. Who We Are, the original EP has been out for a while.
Yes.
Who We Are Deluxe is out now.
Yes.
2 new music videos.
Yes.
Let's talk about the music videos, just because obviously I did have a part to play in those.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, I was the man behind the camera on both of those.
Director, cinematographer, editor, cover artist, artwork. What else?
That's about everything.
We shot it at Glenmore Records, so it was
right here, right? Well, in the big space.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Yes.
It's okay. Well, let's talk about the Obsession then.
Yeah.
So Obsession is, because that one we filmed it. Well, actually, we filmed both partially here, but Obsession was entirely in here.
Entirely filmed
yes.
here. Yeah.
So tell me about the cool thing. The Obsession music video. You actually go check it out. It's kind of there's it's a darker kind of well, you tell us about it. Tell us about the Obsession video.
It's a little bit of a haunting, dark, but catchy beat kind of song. And originally, because Jonah Kappa wrote it, originally he had pitched it to Selena Gomez, but I don't think her team, or it didn't get to her somehow. But it came to me because he sent me a few songs, and I picked that one out of the ones that he sent, and I was like, I have to have this. I love it, and and I recorded it October. I went in and I had 3 recording sessions, a demo, and then 2 actual recording sessions. And I was like, I really like this song. It's something different. I've always been attracted to kind of thrilling, dark things, as well as super happy things. So it's just the contrast of it, right? I knew, I was like, I think I want to do a music video for this, but I wasn't sure yet. And so I came to you last minute, and I was like, I want to do a music video for this. And it was shot in literally a day with little notice. And I was like, could you come up with can you help me come up with something? I got this little idea here, but you basically expanded it, and it just came out to be exactly how dark and thrilling. And there's an actor who plays my technically my ex-boyfriend in my head in the
video.
the video. And it was really well put together. You directed him well, and it was great. I was really happy with it.
Yeah, he was great actually.
Yeah,
he was very good at playing because he's kind of in the video he plays kind of like a little creepy.
Yeah,
little like
Connor had like cool expressions on his face, and he would say menacing, and then he'd do a switch with his face, and it was very cool.
Strong eyes, good jawline. Yeah, he was. But yeah, the video was like. I mean, I really enjoyed that shooting day because you kind of came to me. You had a concept.
I was like, I got 3 outfits, and I want to use them.
Yeah.
I don't know how, and you're like, okay, I can work with that.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what we did.
What was cool was like that was the first video that I've shot in this space that like we kind of used almost the whole space.
Yeah.
And I liked it because we were able to just spend the day like figuring stuff out.
Creative with this space that we have. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, okay, well, let's sit you over here. Okay. Oh, and then we're figuring out the lighting, and we just went around the entire studio.
Oh yeah.
Just figuring it out.
Yeah, and then what came to me like when I saw you have like this board that we use where I'm I'm singing to the camera and the board, and then Connor's on the other side.
Oh yeah.
And that kind of like came to me because I was like, wait a minute, that reminds me of something, and it's the scene in Wicked. Where like it's Cynthia on one side and Ariana on the other side, and they're kind of crying, and I was like, I can do an emotional scene like that in a different way, but and I loved like there ended up, I think you had an event in the other studio, and there was footsteps on the, what do you call that, the
on the psych.
Yeah, the psych.
Yes.
And I loved it in the final video. I was like, it makes it like a little grungy and exactly what I would have hoped for the music video. So it was very, very cool.
It was cool. It was very much like it was a very creative day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was neat because, like you said, you had a general idea, like because obviously you knew you wanted to bring in Connor and what his role would be.
Yeah.
But then other than that, it was really just like a day of just figuring it out
and going with it. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the result is pretty sweet. The Obsession music video is available now. I put the link in the description down below as well, so you can just go click down there.
I wouldn't even say it's shot in like a day. It was probably shot in like 5-6 hours or something.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole day really. It was. Yeah.
But it was amazing for what we put together for that little time, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Available now. And then we should talk about the other music video,
yes.
Who We Are.
Yes.
So that one was I think that was a couple days of shooting.
Yeah, it was
and those
a couple
were longer
days of shooting.
Locations.
Because there was like my friends and then my boyfriend, and it was also super fun.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted that to be grounded in reality, and I go boating a lot with my boyfriend Corey, and so I brought it up to him. I was like, oh, maybe like. And my mom had the idea too. I was like, maybe we could shoot on his boat. But then he was like, oh, and then he brought up more ideas. He's like, well, if you want, you can use my dad's Corvette, or you could use my parents' house or my house or whatever RC do. And I was like, okay, let's do it all. I'm like so super stoked for it. So the first day was like, we came into Glenmore Records, and I shot like all the scenes in the kind of pearl top that I was wearing.
Yeah, all the white psych shots, yeah.
The dancing kind of singing to the camera kind of shots. And then we went back to my place to have my friends over at the swimming pool, and and then the next day was at near the lake, and it was a lot of fun, and the nice view, and it was a very amazing music video. So I was really happy with that.
That was another fun one. I mean, there were a bunch of firsts for me, I guess, in both of these videos. But like for that one,
stuck through that one though. Like we were all getting hungry and tired, and you just kept pushing through with the heavy camera and everything like that. So
and that was my first time shooting. Well, I think ever shooting on a boat.
Yeah. And
it was like this. Corey got the boat going pretty fast a few times.
Yeah.
Because obviously we want to get like some cool shots.
Yeah.
And there was just me like. There was parts of me where I'm like, I can barely see what I'm filming right now. Like the sun is so bright and it's shaking, and like, and I'm like, I hope this is in focus, But it was really fun.
It turned out to be a really phenomenal video. Like I'm super happy with it. Yeah.
It some of those shots on the boat, they really remind me of like something out of like a James Bond movie or something. And what I like about it is like it almost looks like you're in like a tropical locale.
Yeah.
Which we're not in. I mean, we're in Canada, but it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a bunch of cool things, even like in terms of your skills for like cool editing stuff. But like, I purposely wanted like the simplicity of like that and Obsession, and it just you did with what that information that I gave you for like my idea, you really did amazing. It came together nicely. It's a very nice video. Check it out.
Yes, available now. Link in description. And we should also shout out your friends who came and were in the video.
There's my friend Chantel, Sabrina, and Stephanie, who I love and appreciate for joining the video.
Well, they were great to work with as well.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, it's a funny thing, right? Because like the scenes we shot with them, it was like hanging out in the pool, having fun, and then we shot some like party scenes and so like, but there's this funny thing where like, it's one thing because I've been to other shoots where someone's like, okay, yeah, so I want to have a party scene, so I'm just gonna throw a party, and I'm like, okay, but the thing is like, if you just invite people to a party, sometimes the way people need to behave on camera is not really how people will behave actually at a party.
Yeah. So they were all supernatural, and that's not supernatural, but like super natural. Yes. But Stephanie and I actually went to high school together at Cardinal Carter Academy for the Arts, and we were both in the drama program. So I knew she had no trouble, just having fun and being herself and acting in the video. And and then Sabrina, like, just there's beautiful shots of them where they're just being natural and smiling, and it looks like they're just being like themselves, which is amazing. And they are, so.
Because I remember there was a lot of like, I'd have to be like, okay, smile. Yeah. Okay, everybody, somebody just said something funny, laugh.
Yeah. And you also make people feel like super comfortable as well. So he's very calm and he makes people happy on set. So.
Yeah, it was good. It was just a whole thing was a nice, positive filming day.
Yes.
And we filmed I think that first day we filmed until we were running out of light, if I remember. It was starting to get dark.
Yeah, literally.
But it worked out. It worked out really good.
And then my mom ordered everyone food and pizza and...
Oh, she always takes care of everyone.
It was fun.
Yes. So there you go. Both music videos are available now. Tell me a bit about, I guess, when you were figuring out the song choice, or like the certain things that you want to sing about, or the messages that you want. Like, so what are some of the messages that you want this EP to have, or behind, or in individual songs, for example?
It's really a female driven. It's really about empowerment and making. Because I am a girl and I can only speak from my perspective, and this song makes me feel good, and I play it for my friends and it makes them happy, and it really is about just being confident and feeling beautiful in your skin, and it just helping women get through difficult times maybe, or anybody really, because I know even my producer, like his favorite song on the EP is Who We Are, you know what I mean? So it's not, it's great that it's a universal message too, not just like my idea when I wrote it was definitely like, okay, a song for women, you know what I mean? But then it really became a universal thing, and that makes me even happier, you know what I mean? So what was the question again? I feel like... Oh,
just like the message that, like I think we're already kind of answering, but like the overall message of either like individual songs or of the EP as a whole.
As long as just be who you are, literally. And I think, whatever, like I wrote a song on there called Come to You for my mom, and a lot of people wouldn't know unless they, watched this interview or another, like a magazine interview or something like that I wrote that song for my mom. But it's amazing that people can listen to a song and take their own meaning from it, and it can resonate with them in another way. So it was a very special song, that one. And then, Entice Me Baby and Drive and are kind of, more dance, pop, fun songs. And then we've got Dancing the Night Away with a very interesting bridge. It kind of goes into a dance club pop song to like an emotional bridge, which was unique in that one. And then there was there's a cover of I Got That Boom Boom by Britney Spears, because Roy Hamilton III produced that song for Britney and then approached me to do the cover for it, the remix. So I was stoked about that. But yeah, it's any message that you can grab from it, I'm sure that's a beautiful thing for me. But it is really just to enjoy yourself, be who you are, have fun, and be unapologetic, I think. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that is a good point what you just said about like how you can write a song about a specific thing that's for you. But the thing is, once it goes out into the world, people will take from it sort of how it applies to them in their own lives.
Yeah, like think about like I have a couple stories, but think about how like there's so many artists out there where they do meet and greets and they say like, this song saved my life, and then the artist is like, whoa, like I just wrote it because I was going through like a time in my life where, for example, like We Belong Together by Mariah Carey and Give Your Heart a Break by Demi Lovato. I was listening to that when I lost like my dog Snicker. It was just easing the pain in my heart, you know what I mean? So it's just amazing how people can take their experiences and listen to your music, and it can help them. So really, I do think like music is like a really beautiful outlet, and it helps people and it saves lives, I do think.
Oh, I think definitely, yeah. It I mean, there's how many people talk about like when whatever they're going through, suddenly it's like, and then this one song.
Yeah.
Because I think what it really does, it brings people together in a way that like when someone feels sad about something, you know, or feels down or whatever, like you start to feel alone. You start to feel sort of isolated.
Yeah.
And when you can turn on a song that kind of speaks to exactly how you're feeling, I think there's something in that of like, oh, I'm not alone, because clearly like there's somebody else who's going through something too.
Yeah, it's like a healthy medicine, you know, when someone's in pain and they want to listen to like, you know, not to drop the energy of but you know, like, but then there's songs like Drive where you just want to get up and dance and have a good time, and then you're all of a sudden in a good mood because you listen to like something upbeat like that, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
It's it's a magical thing.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love music too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I said, I was saying earlier, it's very, what music I listen to at any given time, it's very situational. So like, yeah, if I'm feeling a little sad or a little whatever, then I will throw on like I listen to a lot of classical music these days.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what I find with classical music, I mean, it's like any music, I guess. It runs the whole gamut of emotions, but like, so, you know, some days I'll just throw on like, I've been listening to Clair de Lune a lot. Mm-hmm. I just love that. Yeah. In fact, I was here the other day painting. I'm working on a set in the big studio, and I found on YouTube, there's like 4 hours of Clair de Lune. So it just like plays over and over again.
I find that so peaceful just to even think about the story that you're telling me right now, like painting and listening to like classical music. I can imagine.
There's something very, I guess, therapeutic about it. But it's like, I could put on that I put on that 4 hour video, and I just enjoy the atmosphere, and just, because I'm painting bricks. In fact, I think you've seen it. There's like a brick wall.
Yeah, they literally look like bricks.
Yeah. So I'm at the point now where I'm painting them like the red brick color.
I stood on the floor for this obsession video, and I was like, oh, like a wooden floor. He's like, no, I painted that. And I was like, I would have never known.
Yes.
Like it looks identical.
It's good. I'm glad you said that, because you're like you're one of several people who like, yeah, there's a set in the main studio that it's a hardwood floor, but it's not a hardwood floor. It's literally brown paint and black paint.
Yeah.
And I use a Sharpie to actually draw the individual floorboards.
Amazing.
But it's like nobody who's come in has noticed at all. They only notice when like I point it out, and I'm like, no, that's paint. And they're like, because I think mostly people don't look that closely at floors.
Yeah.
So once it's like you walk in and your eyes kind of take it in, you accept that you're standing on a hardwood floor.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You would never know.
But yeah, as I was painting these bricks, it was just very like, it's very monotonous because I'm just painting bricks one at a time, and there's a lot of them. It's a whole wall, and you just got the bricks and then the music, and you just be there for hours just doing it. It's it's nice. It's very nice. What did I want to ask you about next? I mean, so yes, the EP is out now. We've got the 2 music videos that are out as well. The Olympics are happening right now.
Yes.
I haven't really watched any of it.
Me neither.
When they came up, I was starting to see people talk about like, oh, the opening ceremonies, and I'm like, what? They're happening? And I was too busy with stuff, so
Me too.
Didn't take any of it.
I have to catch up though. I do love watching the Olympics, but I didn't get to even check it out.
I think especially this happens to be. I mean, you're literally been promoting like crazy with the video and the EP, and all, you know, I know a bit about it. Just going leading up to today, like there was so much for you to do just to get ready for the big release, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the only thing I have managed to watch a bit of is I've been tuning into some of the hockey.
Okay.
So as of today, we're recording this. Earlier today, Team Canada just beat Finland.
I did find that out. Yeah.
Yes.
Which is.
It was an awesome game. We scored. We were down a little, then we tied it up, then they went ahead. But right within like a few minutes, less, was it a minute left? We scored, took the lead, and then we held it. So by the time you guys are watching this, the gold medal game has already happened because the gold medal game is Sunday morning at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So we don't know how it ended, but maybe they won. So we'll be like, whoa, wasn't that such a good game? Woo!
I do tune into like figure skate. I do really I find it really beautiful.
Yeah, because you do figure skate, right?
Yes, I do. I do figure skate. I used to like competitively when I was younger, and now I definitely use a couple practice lessons, but not lessons, practice skates. But yeah, I do figure skate, and I love it. It's another beautiful outlet. You just go on the ice, and it's just so it clears your mind, and you're free, and it's so soothing, and I love it. Yeah.
So when you because I don't know anything about figure skating other than like what a triple axle is, and a quadruple one is 4.
Yeah.
But like I guess are you able to watch it then, because you used to be competitive, you can watch it and kind of know, like, because sometimes it ends and I'm like, and I'll see the score and I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, I don't know the only thing I know for sure is if somebody falls down, that's probably bad.
Yeah.
But like, are you watching it like
if it looks smooth and clean and they land their jumps with ease and their spins aren't, they're not spinning in different places, they stay in the same spot when they're spinning, and it looks clean and they look confident and happy, that's usually a good performance, I think. I mean, it's been a while, and it got to a point where like I was trying to land like some of my doubles or whatever, and I had to pick between like all the activities that I was doing, because I was doing like figure skating and piano and dance and acting and singing and violin, and I was like, there's so many and I can't become the best at like the 2 or 3 or something like that, and so I ended up really picking music, and acting is what I picked.
Makes
right
sense.
So but I did at one point consider like maybe I should take figure skating seriously. My coach was like, well, you could if you really wanted to, and but it didn't come to that point. Chantel speaks. She's in the video. She's a really beautiful figure skater. Huh. But I was trying to land some of those harder jumps, and that's when I had to decide what I wanted to pick. And I didn't pick figure skating. I picked dance, acting, singing, acting really. Yeah. As work at the time. Yeah.
I think growing up, I had a similar thing in that my parents were I was in a whole bunch of stuff. I think we were probably at similar in that regard. Like they just put us, I was in different sports, baseball, hockey, there was piano lessons, there was camps in the summer, and then there was school, and then there was like, then even in school, we went to the same high school, there was like, you had after school rehearsals. I was on the improv team, which took up a lot of time. I had my band. So there was always just like a million things going on. And then there is a point where you do kind of have to choose.
Yeah.
So like I realized at a certain point, I think I kind of knew all along, but like there was a point around like midway through high school when you're like in hockey, for example, it's like, okay, there's some group of kids who are going to be athletes and they're going to try to go a certain direction.
For sure.
And then there's people who are, I realize in my boat, are like, okay, I'm not going to be in the NHL. Yeah. So, and I found it got to a point where there just wasn't time to do everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you got to put your focus into what you really want to do. And I feel like that's something we both have in common though, is like we had a lot of skills growing up, and even if today we wanted to learn something new or we wanted to put our energy into, I mean, a lot of people can do what we set our mind to, but I feel like we've got that love for, learning new things and we could do something that we set our mind to. Like, in terms of like being limitless and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I find with a lot of things, I guess I've always been like that. It's like, if I decide not everything, like I don't think I'm very good at math and stuff like that. But like
I did Kumon and stuff.
I did Kumon
then I stopped
too.
Kumon, and then my grades were, and then I did Kumon again, and they were high again. But.
Actually, my parents put me in Kumon. I don't know if you guys know what Kumon is. It's like a what is it? Kumon is like extra.
You get coached, and they give you more math practice so that you get better at math. It's like a special. And if you're in grade like 2, they'll give you like grade 4 math, so that grade 2 comes and you're like piece of cake.
Yes. Well, but my parents put me in Kumon because in elementary school, in fact, I remember what it was, is that in grade 7, my elementary school was doing Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh, wow.
And I got the part of the Pharaoh. That was like my first part in a play.
Wow.
And it was cool. But I was also, it's funny how this is, because I ended up doing, but like, I also helped a lot. And me and my friend, Mike, the two of us did a lot of work helping build sets and costumes and things.
Wow.
which is why it's fun. That's what I ended up doing later. But I literally that year, I missed like 3 months of class. I don't even know why the teachers let me do it. It would be like,
For what?
I would show up at school and then I would say to the teacher, okay, sir, we're going to work on the set. And then I would just leave and I would go to this other classroom. So like for literally like 3 months, I was at school.
Yeah.
I was in it. Like the attendance was like,
Yeah.
I'm present.
Maybe he's like, you're going and working hard on something. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. Like to this day, they just let me go.
Yeah.
And so I remember though, so like I missed like literally 3 months
Yeah.
of just not going to class, working on spray painting stuff or whatever. And then I remember like I came back and there was like a math test and I just failed it because I had missed the entire, like I had no idea what this was. I think it was like how to calculate the volume of something. So it was like you had to multiply like the length and the width and the height, I guess, or the depth, you know, and
Yeah.
I hadn't learned any of it because I just wasn't there.
Right.
And so I failed. And so I had a really bad mark. So then my parents put me in Kumon math to recover.
You probably just didn't even need Kumon. You just needed to show up to class and listen to the lesson.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I found in elementary school, I was one of those students. I didn't have to work too hard to get a mark.
That was a little bit me too.
Yeah.
I think if anything, I felt like I had to do it, like I had to study for like 15 minutes or like an hour last minute.
Yes.
And then I would get a decent mark.
Yes. I've actually wondered about
So you're
that.
the same that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I found like, I found it wasn't until I want to say grade 10-ish where like my grades were like, oh, okay, I can't just sort of coast through this.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I wonder if that was good for me or not in that I feel like I didn't really develop any like good habits in terms of like how to study or how to prepare for something because I never needed to.
Yeah.
And then I had to learn that later. I just wonder about that. I don't know if it helped me at all. But like, because it wasn't until grade 10, grade 11 where like certain courses start to get harder.
Yeah.
Math especially. And the problem was, the other thing I remember, so in high school, remember how they're always like, I don't know if they do this anymore, but it was always like, you're either a math science kid or you're like an English history kid.
Yeah, they would say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, for example, I remember like by grade 11 or something, you either pick, if you're going to go math science and you have to take all of these, or you just drop the sciences and you're going to focus on the English and history side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I picked because I'm like,
picked too, yeah.
yeah. And like, so because of that, like I never really tried in like any of those, the math science side of things.
I feel like English like language is a lot of like essays, whereas math and science is a lot of like technical studying.
Yeah.
It has to be precise, whereas you can use many words to describe something in English, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
But then there's also like a content, what do you call it? Comprehension, which you'd have to read something and then. So I guess it just depends on, but yeah, I also took the language route and the art route instead of the science and math.
Were you good at writing essays?
Yes. For you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is,
But
it's funny.
I want to sometimes, meh. But yeah.
Well, like, because I remember talking to other kids who are like, they hate writing essays. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you're just...
I'd rather write an essay than a test.
Yes.
I'd rather do a presentation than do a test.
Yes, because
Yeah.
all I got to do is just explain something, right?
Yeah.
And actually, that's another thing. Like because I took that same thing in university, that same kind of mindset. In that, I realized in university, if I start the night before it's due, I can write a B paper. That's what I knew I could do. As in, I could like, you could. Okay, what is it? Okay, it needs 3 sources. Okay, I'll get my 3 sources, right? I'm not going to do 5 sources. I'm not doing any more than they're asking for. They need 3. Okay, I'm going to get 3 sources, and I will write a 5-paragraph essay.
Yeah.
And I know that I will get a B, and sometimes I would get an A.
Yeah.
But again, it was like, so, and I did that for every single assignment.
And not a lot of people, like, I know, like, kids and stuff that would have to start writing, like a month before the due date or 2 weeks before the due date, or else they're not going to get even a B. You know what I mean? So, like, that's a skill,
Yes.
I think.
I mean, I think it's a skill.
Yeah, I think it's a skill.
The only thing I don't know is if it's like, Because the thing is, so I literally went the 4 years at university not doing a single assignment other than the night before.
Yeah.
And the only time it backfired on me was my final assignment in one of my courses. It was, I can't remember how long they wanted it to be, but it was like 5 times the length of a normal essay. It was long. And I just remember I started writing it the night before, and I'm like, there's physically not enough hours in the day to so I ended up handing that in like a couple days late because it was just, I can't write this much.
But imagine if you could do that like half, you know what I mean? Half-assing or whatever. Like imagine what you could do like if you put your full time and heart and energy into that, like you would ace that. Like,
yes.
I think. Yeah. Like it's like the Obsession video was shot in like 4 hours, but if we had like a big budget and like, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
and you know what I mean? Like just more time to plan it out and a creative director, we'd nail, like you know what I mean? It's the same thing, I think.
That's why I wonder about it, is it's like, because I was able to get away with like not having to, because I think the art of managing time and planning and stuff, and it's something that I find running this place I'm kind of having to learn, but I feel like it kind of worked against me in that when you can get things done not having to prepare, you don't develop the skill, the ability to prepare.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think so. The anxiety before like a test or something comes like for me like the night before the test. So I'll either like have to study that night or like I'll have to show up early to school. Like I had to, not have to.
Yeah.
But I had to show up early to school like an hour to study for at least half an hour to get some information in my head or more.
Yep.
You know, but I think as you get older you realize that doesn't really work for work in real life sometimes, right? So you have to prepare yourself.
Yeah, it's hard to do anything like big with it. And so it's like I wonder if I had developed some of those skills younger, I would probably be, I don't know, further ahead, or I would have an easier time with certain things today.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's like, and I have seen other things talk about that, where like some of those kids in school who were like, I was never in the gifted program in my school. I know there were other kids that were. I didn't get into it. I remember there was like a thing I had to write, whatever. But I think I probably could have been in that program. But the point is, the kids who kind of like do coast through elementary school, a lot of them have a harder time later because of that. It's almost like they didn't have adversity as they went up, so then they have a hard time with it when they become adults.
Yeah, I think the pressure increases and they can't sometimes handle it or have to learn to handle it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I've wondered about that.
Yeah.
You know. Oh well.
Interesting talks today.
You know, the show, you never know where it's going to go. We should do the ad break. We're about the halfway point. Actually, we're past the halfway point. Today's fantastic episode of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina is brought to you by the following fantastic advertisers. They make this show possible. So why don't we meet them? Let's meet them, shall we? As soon as I can find it. Stalling. There we go. The Toronto real estate market is growing and changing every day. In these challenging times, you need someone in your corner. Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, is committed to looking out for you. She'll go the extra mile to ensure you have all the information you need to make a decision you can feel confident about. Purchasing a home is one of the biggest financial investments you'll make in life. Don't leave it to chance. Call Jeanette McKenzie at Forest Hill Signature. She's my realtor, and she could be yours. Call today at 416-523-0408 or email at JMckenziehomes@gmail.com. Beautified by Romina, internationally trained hair and makeup artist. She is the official hair and makeup artist of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina. There she is doing our hair and makeup for our photo shoot. That was quite a while ago now. We're probably, Regine, when you're back, we're going to have to do a new photo shoot. But there she is doing our hair and makeup. And not only does she do photo shoots, she also does pageants, date nights, weddings, films. She did the makeup for my last short film. She kind of does everything. She does men, she does women. If you need a great hair and makeup artist who's fantastic to work with and can do really anything you need, reach out to her, Beautified by Romina. Reach out to her on Instagram and on Facebook at Beautified by Romina. And And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's so easy. Just reach out at radioshowad@gmail.com. We do the show live every week. Okay, we're not live this week, but we do read the ads at the same time, which means you can personalize them week to week. Do you have an event, a sale, something happening at a particular time, particular place? You let us know. We'll let your potential client base know in real time. It's a great way to build a brand new relationship with a brand new audience. So get in touch, radioshowad@gmail.com. And we're back.
I loved that.
We got to make it big for our advertisers.
Oh, it's super entertaining.
We do what we got to do. But if you're just tuning in, actually, what's weird, why would you be turning in now? Because this isn't live, so this is a video you're watching. So it'd be weird if you started at this point in the video, right? But if you happen to just be tuning in, we are here with Nicole Huff, singer-songwriter, actress, figure skater, teacher. I should ask you about teaching.
Yeah.
Because, yes, so you have your own school.
Yeah.
The NSH Learning Center.
Arts and French Learning Center.
Yes. Tell me about that, because it's a very different, it's one thing to do something, act, dance, all that. Teaching it is a very different thing.
Yeah.
So how did that all start?
It's really just a different situation per student that I have. Their parents and their children all have different goals depending on the student and what they come here for and what level they're at. But like I had a piano student that was playing like grade 6 pieces already and wanted to learn more, you know what I mean? And so we're doing more, you know what I mean? And we're doing we're learning the pieces that he wants to learn and not doing like RCM exams and everything like formal like that. So that's what he wants. And then I've got 2 ballet students, and one of them just has never taken ballet lessons before, and so we're developing the skills and we're learning cool dance ballet moves and then same with the other kid. And so it just depends on really what the kid wants to learn. And there's no kind of like set lesson plan, but I use the expertise that I have and the experience that I have, with activities that I did growing up as a kid, and I help that student, and I just make sure that they're learning and they're happy and they're having fun and they're feeling inspired and that their parents are happy too. And it's actually a lot of fun. I love the kiddies so much. I love the kids so much. It's just a joy to do in my spare time, and I feel like I'm making a difference for the next generation of artists and people that want to learn. So it's fun. It's a passion of mine.
So have you always, what is it that made you want to, I guess, teach?
Yeah, so I feel like I love kids so much. I didn't know exactly what I've in high school and university, I taught a little bit, and I had I tutored, and I had students already for French and English, and I did teach actually at a school. I taught a history class, but they gave me the slides, and I just had to basically teach what was on the slide. So
okay.
that was like one class, the odd one that I took because they really needed a teacher. But I have a lot of experience teaching and tutoring French specifically, but I felt like there's so much more that I could help kids with, and I'm really artistic and I love kids, right? So specifically that was a passion of mine, is helping kids and being around them and helping them learn. And I feel like I'm making a difference, and to see the smile on their faces when they see me, and the respect that they give me, and you can kind of see that they're inspired by what I do, and it's very neat, and it's very cool. Yeah,
I guess there's something inspiring about
right now I only have I have an acting student, and I've got ballet students, and I've got piano students, so I can teach singing, and I can teach visual and French and English, but it just depends on what happens with I'm hustling at my arts career and also doing that as well. So yeah. It's fun.
No, it's awesome.
For right now.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a very specific thing, right? Because like I was saying, a lot of people who do a thing aren't able to teach it. It's a completely different skill. I remember I heard about Wayne Gretzky, for example, greatest hockey player of all time. He had a really hard time being a coach.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't understand why the players couldn't see the game the way he saw it.
Right.
But teaching, because it is a kind of a very
Yeah.
specific thing.
It is more of like, I would say like mentoring rather than like teaching, I think,
Mm-hmm.
for me. If I look at teaching, I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know, like if they're like, teach acting, I'm like, well, I wouldn't know where to start. Like, give me a script. I need to help you with a script, or what questions did you have for me,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. And that's kind of how my kind of thought process in teaching ballet, for example, is like, I end up, actually caring about the child and their learning, and I'm like, well, what can I teach them that at least they'll learn something today, or a few things today.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with there, and then it builds. I build from there after that. So that's kind of how I see that. What skills have I learned that I have used in the past or still use today that
Mm-hmm.
they would love to learn today and would be beneficial to them and make them want to come back.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I mean, I think that's the right way to, I think what you're describing, I think, is the right way
Yeah.
to teach something, and that
Yeah.
you're almost able to bring it to it. Again, it's your own personal experience
Yeah.
of what's worked for you, what doesn't work for you,
Yeah.
and then kind of pass it on.
And like, you'd be surprised, like, from like what you know from memory. Like, I was a little bit nervous. I was like, well, I'm not like a professional ballerina, so how am I going to teach a little girl how to do ballet? But really, they're just little beginners, and they just want to learn something. And you'd be surprised that you're better than sometimes you think you are in your head, and you just need to be confident in that. And then you end up teaching, and then they end up really learning, and then you see them do like cool moves that you taught them, and then you show them a little technique that you used, and you perfect the way that their hand, the way that their leg goes up, or just little things like that, and where their toe is pointed, for example. And it's just little technical things
Yep.
that you'd be surprised that you remember from when you were growing up and what you were told and how you were coached. So,
Well, I think that's it's actually a really useful thing for a student to be able to speak to somebody who, like you said, even if you don't consider yourself like you're not a professional ballerina, but because you've gone through a lot of the process of like, learning all the things that you've had to learn,
yeah.
you can bring to it the perspective of when you were a student, this is what happens, or this is what
Yeah.
I went through.
Yeah.
And I think that's a way that you can almost connect with the student almost on
Yeah.
a deeper level almost.
Yeah, and I'd like to think that, like, especially with kiddos, like I'm the person, like I know what I'm talking about, because I feel like I did so many lessons growing up, and it's still in my memory. But like, ask me to teach like someone my age how to do ballet that already knows what I know. I don't really know what I would. You know what I mean? So I'm very confident in the kids, because I know that I care about it and have a passion for it, and I'm good at what I do for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The website, I believe, is nshlearning.com.
NSH Arts and French Learning Center for kids. But yes, the website is
And
nshlearning.com.
we'll put the link down below. So if you have a little one, or if you are a little one and you're watching this, maybe you are. But if your parents, more likely your parents are watching it. If you have a little one who is looking for some private arts and French,
Yes.
arts or French lessons, right? You can do kind of, you have a variety of options.
Yes, I have a variety of options.
So nshlearning.com, that's the website. And get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what it reminds me of? Because like, so I get hired to teach improv at my old high school sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Well, like at the same high school as your old high school.
Where do you start teaching improv, though?
Well, that's the interesting thing, right?
That's funny how you asked me that. I'm genuinely curious about how we would teach improv.
Well, what I teach specifically, what they bring me in for,
Yeah.
is specifically preparing kids for the Canadian Improv Games.
Yeah.
So I'm teaching them like the events that are played at the national tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when they first brought me, like they basically brought me in right after graduation, and I really wasn't sure like how I would teach it. But what I realized, the perspective I could bring is like, even when I was a student there, right? And obviously our teachers were kind of our coaches, and like, they were great, and we did quite well in that tournament. We actually won the tournament in my grade 12 year.
Oh, that's amazing.
National
that's
champs.
hard to do, because there's a lot of teams like.
We had to win the regional tournament, and then we had to, I think there was provincial, and then there was the national tournament.
Wow, so you can really think on the spot then, like that.
We were a good team.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we were pretty good. but what I found was that what I was able to do, the thing that I've realized now, what I can bring that's unique, that even what the teachers who were teaching us couldn't, was like, I knew what it felt like when I'm on the stage in the event, and they give you the suggestion, and there's this moment where, like, because at the improv games, you're given a suggestion that you have to use in your scene, and you have 15 seconds to prepare, right? And I remember there were times where, like, they'll give me a suggestion, and sometimes the suggestion will be so like weird that your mind blanks, and you kind of feel like this like rush. You feel warm because you feel the pressure of the crowd watching you, and like your brain switches off. And
you can't think of what to say next, kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And so what I found over my years of being on that team is like you learn to expect that's going to happen, and you can kind of train your brain to work through that. And I realized that feeling was something that the teachers had never experienced because they've never competed, right? They had learned the rules and they were teaching us what to do. But so now when I approach the teaching of it, I talk to them as a former player, as a player who's like, look, when you get this suggestion, this is what's going to happen.
Like I know where you've been, kind of thing, or where you are. Sorry.
Yeah.
And what you're feeling, kind of thing. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And so that's
unique. Yeah.
And I found, I think like it's why it's like it's a unique thing where only a former player who's actually been in the exact situation can teach it the way I would teach it.
Wow.
So no, you just find your own perspective, I guess.
Yeah, I think that took me a little bit of time to develop, like being quick on the spot, kind of. Like if we're getting real, like when I was little, how was it? Maybe like 6 or 7. Like for I don't know. Should I? Yeah, I don't want to talk about anything. It was This Is Emily Young show. It was before that. It was This Is Daniel Cook. But it was between me and Emily Young at the screen test. There was like many callbacks, and then it was between me, and it was a big deal. And I wanted the job so badly, but I still remember. I was super young. Maybe I was even 8 or 7. I can't remember how old I was. I was super young, but I do remember. It's either my mom told me or I remember. I can't really remember exactly how I know this, but they would ask questions. And that was part of the audition process because they're doing so many fun things. They're bringing them to Oprah or bringing them to like go to the Ontario Science Centre, and just they're following that whoever's casted around. And they were asking me questions, and I just wasn't quick enough with the answer as a kid. And maybe it could have been that day or something like that. But I feel like even when I was in high school, I still didn't really have that skill. I needed more experience to be able to be witty and quick on the spot and be quick with my thoughts, right? So I feel like I didn't really develop that until like a few years ago, which is amazing. But that's amazing that you've had that for a while now.
I mean, what I found, like being on the improv team and doing that helps, but I did find like it's a skill like any other skill, really. And like that's something I also try to tell like the students, because obviously like everything, some people will be more natural at something than other people, right? Yeah. But what I found with a lot of doing the improv stuff is like a lot of it is just training yourself to do it and then doing it over and over again.
Yeah.
So it is something that's like
you probably have to like be open and free and like not judge yourself. I think the problem with me when I was trying to do improv in high school is like, well, what if I say this and people think that it's dumb or something like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely
unapologetic with your choice
to just make it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, I found that's that applies even to just regular like even auditions.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes I found like when you go into an audition, for example, like when I hear other actors talk about it, it's like what you really have to do is like make a decision for how you're going to do it, because you're given the sides, right? And there's the words on the page, but like there's a lot of ways you can approach any scene.
Totally.
You could be more upset, you could be more, and you don't really know what was the writer thinking when they wrote this, what's the director want.
Right.
All you can really do
make a choice.
is go, okay, this is how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And take it or leave it.
Yeah, and like stop, like, totally, because it gets to a point too where you look at a scene and you're like nitpick, like you're trying to like find exactly how it's supposed to be done rather than just letting it flow sometimes. And I think you kind of just got to do it and let it be how it is, because that's the beauty of how that performance was, kind of thing.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, so I think you're right, is that there's a developing that confidence to just make that decision and be okay with this is what I'm doing.
But I do think from somebody that like didn't like improv, because I felt like I was judging myself like with my choices and couldn't really think quick enough on the spot at the time. I do think that is a talent, and you must have had it in high school. So
that was okay. You know what I really struggled with in the improv games though was especially in like grade 9, grade 10.
Yeah.
Because so there's like 5 events. One of the events, I don't know if you remember, is called the Life event.
Okay.
It's like the serious event in that like So all the other scenes, they tend to be a little bit more silly, a little bit more fantastical, like something you'd see on like Whose Line Is It Anyway or that kind of show.
Yeah.
But the life event was very much supposed to be like a real exploration of like something that happens in like life.
Yeah.
So like you would ask for something that's like a pivotal moment in a teenager's life, and they might be like, you break up with your girlfriend. It would be something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember like, especially when I was younger, it's like I had such a hard time with that because I felt like I was making myself too vulnerable, and I really wasn't comfortable. Like, I felt like, I didn't want to like be the bad guy or say the wrong thing.
Okay.
And that, for me, that's where I really struggled. So I was no good at the life event until, well, I never really was the life event guy in my team for that reason.
Yeah.
But again, I think it was similar to what you're describing. There's there's a confidence that you have to be like, I had to figure out, wait a minute, I'm not playing me. I'm playing a character.
Yeah.
And it felt too real to me at the time.
And I think sometimes like too is you have to do it wrong to learn how to do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think I did some interviews after Degrassi, and I would watch my interviews and I'd be like, why did I answer it like that, or why was I so awkward there? And I think you learn from those experiences, and you just develop the skill to kind of just do it and roll with it and be confident in what you're saying, and you know.
It's like it's like anything. Yeah. I think that's maybe the thing is like I've been noticing these days, like there are a lot of students who will say things like, oh no, I could never get in front of the class. I can't read this thing in front of the class. And they just think it's like there's this thing that, no, they are somebody who can't do that. Yeah. But like I think what they don't realize is like that's a skill like any other skill.
Yeah.
You can eventually get to a point where you can do it. It's just a matter of like when you were a baby, you couldn't walk.
Yeah.
Right? And like imagine if baby you had been like, I can't walk. I'm just not somebody that walks.
Because that's exactly what a baby would do.
Yes.
Mom, why are you trying to make me walk right now? Like, I can't do this.
It's clearly something I can't do. I'm not meant to do that, right? But the thing is, it's like anything. It's like if you just sort of you're going to be bad at it, and you have to be okay to be bad at it.
It's like figure skating. You have to fall to be able to do a jump or spin, right?
And then eventually you don't fall.
Yeah.
One thing that's crazy about figure skating, just to quickly, is like I don't think a lot of people realize how dangerous it is. Because like I think about hockey, right? Hockey is on ice.
Yeah.
And we're wearing like pads and we're wearing helmets, right? And obviously like it's contact, so like you need that stuff. But the thing is like figure skaters, like they're on the same hard ice with blades on their feet and like picks on the front of the toes.
Yeah.
And like you're leaping and doing like there's such a high level of risk in hurting yourself, everything you're doing. And you're wearing no padding at all. You're wearing like a little, basically just like a little leotard or something like frilly. And like, I think that's why a lot of people maybe don't even realize like, because of the outfit, you know, it tends to like, oh, they're just, it's dangerous.
Right. Well, I will say, it for me, I find like pairing, like a couple, what do they call that again? Oh, it's been a while. Pairs for figure skating, or dance with another partner or something like that. Like you have to really both rely on each other and have to train so much together because the guy drops the girl in mid spin or whatever, and it's a disaster, or mid jump and it's a disaster. You know what I mean? So that would say I'm more like I wonder that, but because I have experience with like single, like just figure skating as a solo figure skater. There's lots of processes to get to that, like you have to go on the harness many times and your coach pulls you and then she pulls a little bit less and then a little bit less. So there's steps that you take until you're actually able to land that jump, and then spinning is like, you go slowly at first and then you just pick up your speed, and then there's like different ways like you have to have the proper coach to teach you how to do things, not so it's not so dangerous. But I used to skate in a group with other competitive figure skaters because you have to share the ice, right? It's a space that you have to share, and other figure skaters would be practicing, and I've gotten kneed by a toe pick from other it's I've had all those kinds of dangerous things happen, and but it could be, you love the sport so much and you have a passion for it, and that's just a very rare event, so it's worth it.
Just part of it.
It's part of it, and you just roll with it, I guess.
Is there ever any part?
You learn to, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm interrupting you, but you learn to fall you have to fall on your butt. Like, you cannot fall on any other part of your body.
Makes sense.
You have to just learn how to fall the right way.
How to fall safely.
Yeah.
Like, is there any part of the, because I remember when I was really young, and actually it was smart on my parents' part, when I was first getting into hockey, and I was taking skating lessons as a kid, my parents put me in figure skating as opposed to like regular skating lessons. And I think they did that because figure skaters are like the best skaters in terms of like just the sheer skill of skating, better than hockey players, because they learn stuff that, like, I don't know, it's just maybe this more technically involved.
Yeah.
And so I found when I actually got into hockey, I was usually one of the better skaters on my team, because I was like one of the only kids who could do like crossovers both ways, because figure skating really focuses on the technical skating side.
Right.
But one thing I do remember, is there any part when you were taking skating lessons, figure skating, where you're wearing padding or helmets? Or because I remember just nobody wearing them at any point.
No, to be honest with you. When I was a kid, yes, like just like maybe like 5, 6, 7. Yeah, for sure. Or maybe not that young, maybe like 6, 7, 8 or whatever. Yeah, for sure. But I feel like it was just, even like practicing jumps and spins and crossovers, you're doing it off ice too. It's like a dance, and then you prepare yourself until you step on ice, and it's steps, right? And it's like acro. Like you wouldn't, people that do acrobatics and gymnastics, I don't really see them wear helmets and pads and stuff like that too. I know you're doing it on the floor instead of ice, right? But you can't you can anyway. But it's dangerous too. But I guess there's steps and ways around it.
Well, because it's just weird, because I remember being in power skating lessons as well.
Yeah.
And to those ones, sometimes you'd wear your full hockey equipment at the power skating lesson, or sometimes you just wear maybe your gloves and your skates and your helmet.
Yeah.
But I remember like always wearing my helmet, but then I'd go to figure skating lessons and like nobody was. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, it never occurred to me at the time.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, there's a danger there.
Yeah, totally.
That's just like, no, we just.
Yeah, it's like, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if I'm thinking about it right now, maybe like hockey is very like it's aggressive. It's meant to be kind of like you need to, it's like, well, they're both sports, but with figure skating, it's kind of like dancing on the ice. So I never really thought of it as like, wow, like look at my toe picks and the blade of and the ice, and I never really saw it as dangerous. It was kind of like dancing on ice a little bit for me in my head.
Yeah. I mean, that is what it is.
Yeah. And you go step by step. You don't try to do a triple axel, when you can't even do a crossover,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, my skating, I didn't get that far in the skating lessons, in the figure skating. I can't remember, I'm trying to think what we learned. I remember that there was a certain point where we were doing this thing where you just you kind of put your hands out and you stick your back leg up.
Yeah.
And you kind of just do that.
Yeah.
I think that's about where we were. And this other one where you crouch down and you stick your one leg out.
Yeah. And you hold the toe pick sometimes.
Yeah. So I remember we did kind of those things, but it really helped in terms of if you're a parent watching this and you want to get your kid into hockey, put them when they're really young, first couple, 2-3 years, put them in figure skating lessons, because they will be great skaters, and then they can dominate on their team.
Listen to Scott; he has the experience, right?
It did help.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get to the NHL or anything, but I was quite good especially in the early days. Okay, we have a final segment we have to do.
Cool. That was a fun talk. Wow.
Yeah, it's a wide-ranging show.
Yeah.
You never know where it's going to go. But I think we had some good tidbits for people. And now we have our final segment, which is the biggest challenge of all. So I hope you're ready.
I'm a little scared. I don't know what.
You should be scared. It's a big deal.
Don't scare me, Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing this week's edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship.
Oh boy.
Okay. Are you... I'm going to get you to reach over and grab that tray right there. Yeah, the whole tray. Yeah.
Okay, what is going on here?
Okay.
And why am I nervous?
So, are you familiar with this?
It's a barrel, like a plastic.
It is a barrel. But have you seen this before?
No.
Okay. This is the classic game from... Who's it from?
Oh, a game. Now, see, part of me just got competitive.
Oh, yeah, Milton Bradley. Yeah. This is a classic game from Milton Bradley called Barrel of Monkeys. Okay. It came out in the 1960s.
Okay.
Every guest plays it. So I'm going to show you how it works. It's a challenge we do here on the show. So I'll explain the rules. It starts, the barrel is sitting here. I will put 1 minute on the timer. I say 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, whoever grabs it.
No, I'm not playing. It's you.
Oh,
It's you.
it's
It's you.
me, okay.
Yeah. You're playing against yourself. And I guess everybody who's played before you.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. You grab the barrel.
Okay.
Pour out these monkeys. Okay. You can put the barrel aside. We're done with the barrel. Pick up a single monkey.
Okay.
Use this monkey to hook another monkey.
To hook another monkey.
Then, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Use this monkey now to hook another monkey.
Fun. Oh, wait, but what if you get two?
Then you have two. Sure. Then you can use this monkey to hook another monkey. And you're just trying to make a chain
fun. That's
of
chill.
monkeys
Okay.
as long as you can in a minute. After a minute has gone by, you'll freeze and we'll count them. So this will be
Has
one.
anyone ever done the whole?
It has happened. Yes. Not often, but it has happened.
Okay. Oh, I really want that to happen.
So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 monkeys. The one in your hand does not count towards the total.
Okay. This is where I get competitive with games like this.
Yes. Do you think you're, are you
I'm not competing against anyone, so.
well, you're competing against
Against
everyone,
all
all the former guests,
Yes.
including me. I'm on the list. Are you a competitive person, do you think?
I say no, because if, for example, if a role's not meant for me, then it's not mine. But
Yeah.
for games like this, or air, is that air hockey?
Air hockey?
Yeah, just a bunch. There's those stuff. You
Makes
can
sense.
see it in my energy right now.
Yes, you're like, I can see the anticipation.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put this near you.
Okay.
If you want, you can move the mic out of the way just so you're comfortable. Just find a position where you can access the monkeys nicely. Okay, you're good there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get the timer ready. We got 1 minute on the timer going.
Wait, how do I open this? Okay.
Yeah, just the top comes off. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hang on. Let me get 1 minute here. Okay. You've had a lot of things happening recently, your EP and this is the biggest challenge of all of them. Okay. So here we go. 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ah! Okay, let's go. Oh, this is harder than it looks.
Don't worry. Settle in.
Oh no, that's actually, it falls out.
Just settle in. Nice and easy. You can do this.
Okay. Well, I only have 1 minute. Oh, what if it's the one that I already have?
It's good. You know what? You're doing pretty okay here.
This is not. See, I'm giving out now because I thought I would do this.
You've got this. There you go. Honestly, you're doing pretty good.
Doing all right?
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, see, that makes me.
Now,
I'm hard on myself too. I don't like it.
you're in a challenging. It's tough.
Scott.
They're all flat right now, and that can happen.
Oh man.
But you know what? Just do your best.
You can't touch them at all.
No, only with the monkey in your hand.
Man, that's.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you lost one. You can
No.
recover. You got 10 seconds.
Okay.
You can get it back. Oh, that was good because you were under there and then it slid off.
Oh my. Scott Dion Brown. Come on, man.
Time.
Man. You know
1,
what?
2, 3, 4, 5 monkeys. 5 monkeys.
Come on. You know what? It's okay.
You know what?
It was all right.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
We can.
It could have been worse.
It can always be worse.
I would have loved to get all of them, but it is what it is.
Well, do you want to take a look at the monkey standings? See where you sit.
Oh.
So 5 monkeys. Honestly, it's not that bad.
Okay.
It's not the top, but a lot of people have gotten 5 monkeys. I mean, the thing is, as somebody who's now played that game many times, a lot is contingent on the pour, how they come out of the barrel.
Right.
And you found yourself in a position there where they were quite flat.
Yeah.
And once they're flat, it's pretty tough to get them on there.
Thanks for making me feel better.
Well,
because they were flat.
But 5 monkeys here, puts you in the company of Rated Genius, talented musician.
Okay.
Where's Jerome, another talented musician. Alexa Grant, Darren from Black Creek Rain, Sophia, Lex Tan, Chloe Tiongson, great singer, Kaylee Serezzo.
Who's that? The highest one there.
The highest at the very top,
Yeah.
Antoinette Targa.
Wow, I'm gonna have to watch that.
She got also, when you get to the 12 monkey situation,
Yeah.
at that point,
like literally all.
all of them. When you get to that
They
point,
sit flat like that too, so you're trying to hook it on. and
Yeah.
It's like
that's why it's really like,
the other ones are gonna fall too. Like it's wow.
it's really like, how does it come out of the barrel?
Yeah.
It can be tough.
Yeah.
And like Antoinette actually had never played before.
Wow.
But she, like I said, it was only 3 people have done it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and when you get to the 12 points, then we look at how many seconds are left.
Yeah.
So, for example, like Antoinette is in first because she had 3 seconds remaining. So at the top it says 57 seconds.
Game.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Pearly Ann Ilarde has 12 with 58 seconds, and then Michael Mazurkiewicz has all monkeys with like less than a second left. So those are the only 3 people who in the entire history of the show who've gotten all the monkeys.
That's very good though. Like,
it's not easy,
yeah.
But that's how it goes.
That's fun.
It is. That concludes this week's edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship. So here we are at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, let me get your camera focused now.
It was kind of like a nice, cool conversation, actually, and like it was like interesting, thought provoking. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bring your mic a little closer too. It's what I find with the show. Usually, it's like some of the best episodes. Is it's like, we start kind of not formal, but like we knew we were gonna obviously talk about your EP and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then once you kind of get past that, what's neat is like sometimes you just land on a subject and you just start talking about it.
I think like because I'm doing a lot of other talking about the EP, right? So it's nice to just sit down and just talk and have a conversation about anything too, as well as the EP. So it was kind of refreshing actually for today. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think what it's also good for is like from the audience perspective, it lets them get more of a sense of, I think, who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's the benefit of like a longer form type podcast.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we say goodbye, let people know where can they find you on social media, and you can let them know about the EP and one more time and all that stuff.
All of my new music is all on all streaming platforms on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube Music. And the music videos are out on my official artist channel, and they're on YouTube, Vivo, and Apple Music. And more things to come. And you can follow, I'm very active on Instagram, so you can follow me at Nicole Samantha Huff. And
boom. Links are down below in the description down below. If you'd like to follow me, you can find me right here where you're watching this very video. Oops, that's you. Where's YouTube.com/Scott Dion Brown. That's the best place. That's where you get this program. It's also where you get song covers. I did a cover of I'm Not in Love by 10cc recently. Threw that up there, just an acoustic version, just because one of those songs that got stuck in my head for a while, so I decided to cover it. It's out there now. But it's where you get music. It's where you get the vlogs. It's where you get really everything that I'm doing. YouTube.com/Scott Dion Brown. You can also find me on Instagram at Scott Dion Brown. I'm second most active there. X at Scott Dion Brown. I'm not that active on there, but if you're there, I am. Follow the show as well. The Sit Down with SDB on TikTok. The Sit Down with SDB on Insta. Sit Down Scott on X. The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina on Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those places. That's where you can find it. Also, Glenmore Record Studios is right here. We're open for business. Do you need a place to do a podcast? This studio is available for rent. This logo could be your logo. It doesn't have to be my logo. So, boom, for rent. Also, the big space, we got a cyclorama wall, $99 an hour. You can use the entire studio, shoot all the stuff you need to shoot. We also have an event space if you want to put on stuff. Just look us up, glenmorerecords.com. You can see everything that we're about. It's a great spot. It's a great spot. Would you agree?
Oh, yes.
Bam.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
There you go. Who We Are Deluxe, available now. Links are down below. Make sure you add her EP to your playlists. Go and watch the Obsession video and the Who We Are music videos, both links down below on YouTube. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. And Nicole, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Scott.
This was fun.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun. All right. You know what I'll do? I'll give you your mug. And I'll let you say goodbye to the camera. So I'll say bye, everybody. Bye, bye, bye. And then you can say goodbye to them however you want.
Okay.
Bye, people.
Bye.